years.
I mean, are you actually taking the piss? That is unforgivable. What are you doing?
She's got a hell of a temper.
And having put my own money on the line to launch my own hotel, I know that times couldn't be tougher.
Dreaming about having a Michelin star.
Oh my God. I mean, no wonder you never make a penny.
Every day I just cry my eyes out.
With hotels struggling across the country and the hospitality industry in crisis,
You're really irritating me.
Okay.
I want to do all I can to help.
You've got no idea about what you're doing.
But when times are tough, there is no room for shoddiness.
You should be ashamed of yourself, honestly.
From deluded owners
What is it with shit hotels and Towel Art?
to disastrous decor
Do you like that paper or?
Hate it.
and downright dirtiness.
Oh, for God's sake. I wouldn't want to pass a UV light over that. I actually feel sick.
I'm preparing for battle.
I actually just want to walk away and wash my hands.
This time I return to Michelangelo's near Newcastle,
I don't feel any love here.
a hotel that was failing,
20 years in the business and he still owes £500,000 on this place.
owned by two Italian brothers who had lost that loving feeling.
I don't think you have to go crazy. You don't have to invest too much money.
You've worked 20 years and it still looks as if it's like this.
Over 2 years on, I'm back to see if the hotel has begun to pay its way.
What have you got to show me?
Just some figures, really.
And can my new ideas give them lifelong happiness? In 2019, I met 54-year-old Paolo Pieri,
That's a nice pint of lager, that.
who owns Michelangelo's,
A floater in it.
a 10-bedroom hotel and 70-seater bar and Italian restaurant located 6 miles from Newcastle.
That's better, isn't it? My game has always been the restaurant industry. I was born in '65. By the time I was 12, I was washing dishes and pot pans. Back in '99, I was running restaurants for other people, and everything I seemed to touch turned to gold.
Believing he had the Midas touch, Paolo bought the business for £450,000, but his winning streak didn't last. And by the time I arrived, 20 years since buying it, he still owed almost £500,000.
I'm by no means a good businessman. I wouldn't be in this position now if I was a good businessman.
Working alongside Paolo was his younger brother Giacomo, the more business-minded of the pair.
I've always worked within restaurants, but it was always on the Italian side. My brother pulls the strings, but he doesn't like doing the officey side of things. Well, it's not his fault, he's the more creative person. Lou, can I help you?
The two brothers had sacrificed everything to keep Michelangelo's ticking along, but had been completely ignoring almost half of the business.
When I came here last time, they had 10 bedrooms that were painted an awful muddy brown colour, shall we say, and they had no idea what a gold mine they were sitting on. They had a very successful restaurant that was carrying the rooms.
But it wasn't just the hotel they'd been battling.
A big monster comes along last year and changes my life.
He got cancer in his lymph node in the left-hand side of his neck. You've got the worry of what's going to happen. Is he going to recover? Is he not going to recover? Very, very, very difficult.
Every time you saw me, he burst into tears because I was quite ill.
With Paolo away receiving treatment for his cancer, the business had suffered. To make matters worse, whilst Paolo was in remission, their mother had also been diagnosed with cancer.
My mum, unbeknown to us, she wasn't well at all. She never told us.
And had recently passed away.
That's my mum's pigeons.
There was a very real threat that if the decline continued, the brothers would lose the business as well.
Everything's at stake. I've got nothing. I've got no savings. I have absolutely nothing. 20 years of my life's gone into this place. If we're not careful, we're going to lose everything.
We've got to make this place work. This is all we've got. We've got nothing else.
It feels like a very long time since I've seen them, although it isn't actually that long, but so much has changed in the world.
Back in 2019, just before the world changed for everyone due to COVID, their last roll of the dice was to send out an SOS for my help.
Here's Michelangelo's.
Oh yes, hotel, ristorante and bar no less. Good Lord, it's enormous.
Set in 4 acres, the business is spread across 2 buildings and an extensive garden.
Locked up. I don't mind the door being closed, but just direct me to where I have to go. That would be a good start, wouldn't it?
The hotel rooms are in a separate block from the main building, which houses the restaurant and bar, so I'm guessing that is where I check in.
Hello, I'm Alex.
I'm
Polizzi.
Giacomo, pleased to meet you. It's
Very
lovely
nice to meet you. Can I check in?
Yes, of course you can, yeah.
Aha! I see you have a highly up-to-date booking system.
Sadly, yes, yeah. It's not a very good booking system, but it works. It's worked so far.
Okay.
According to the figures I've seen, the hotel rooms are only occupied half the time and contribute less than 10% of the business's annual turnover of £500,000.
In this room here,
Giacomo has put me in a standard double that they charge £70 a night for.
How often are you fully booked here?
rarely.
I will try and do my best to help you. All right, thank you.
Okay, no
All right,
problem.
bye. The dark brown is slightly disconcerting. I hate those blinds on the window, obviously. I hate the art, obviously. I hate the towels on the bed, obviously. I mean, how many times do I have to say that?
In terms of decoration, you know, they're decorated quite nice.
Old furniture, you know, obviously no money's been spent on it at all. Another thing, nowhere in here is there a menu.
Hoteliers often give me the best room, so I'm going to check out the others, which won't be hard as there's only a couple of other guests booked in tonight.
Okay, well, and now I see why they gave me that room. This is a much worse quality.
I don't think they're that bad. That said, we always seem to discount the rooms, and we seem as if we're quite apologetic about the rooms.
Bedside light is even worse than the other one. There's no headboard on the single bed. It just seems irredeemably old-fashioned now.
We've never really got to town. There's a few of the bathrooms have been done out.
Yes, this leaves something to be desired, and note to self, never paint a ceiling brown.
I wasn't expecting the Sistine Chapel at Michelangelo's, but these rooms are way off an Italian masterpiece.
It's amazing how much ugliness can make your heart sink. I don't feel any love here, and I think that's really the problem.
The rooms are stuck in the past and desperately in need of a renaissance, but clearly owner Paolo's attention lies elsewhere.
So you're very multi-talented.
I have to do everything. I enjoy it though. This is my, what do you call it, therapy.
So tell me, how do you and Giacomo divide up the jobs?
Well, the one thing I hate doing is office work.
Okay. One thing I have noticed, you don't even have menus in the room.
I know.
What do you mean, I know?
Just reminded me.
I know means nothing.
You're right.
There's a shocking lack of interest in the hotel rooms, and I want to see if it's a similar story in the rest of the business, in particular the large 70-seater Italian restaurant.
What really strikes me is this is a place with character. You know, there's fresh flowers on every table. The hotel has a completely separate non-identity. There's quite a lot of beds in Newcastle. Why would you stay here?
Before I go any further, I need to clearly understand what's at stake.
Okay, so first of all, is this place making money now?
No.
I've never had money. I've never ever. It's never been here.
Well, do you think that might be because you're not particularly interested in the business side of things?
I'm not, I don't know.
We didn't come from obviously a hotel background. We came from restaurant, and it's always played second fiddle.
Second or third? I mean, if it was even in the orchestra, darling. So what would be the best case scenario? I mean, what do you want me to do here?
I've got to focus.
Yeah.
Stay focused and stop losing focus. Just.
I think the main thing is we need to have confidence in the rooms, and I'm quite apologetic when I take somebody over to a room or give somebody a room key, and that's probably why we discount down.
What have you got here? Show me.
Some old photographs. That's when I first opened the place.
Oh my gosh, it looks so different.
Changed a little bit, hasn't it?
Is that your dad?
That's my dad.
And that's your mum?
That's me.
Yeah.
God bless her, yeah.
What motivates you to succeed now?
Really, with Mum passing away. She's the most important woman in the world.
Well, we've got to have to try and make her proud, aren't we?
Definitely, yeah.
There is such a lot at stake here. Not just their business, but their family heritage too.
Call me biased, but I do love an Italian. It's very endearing that Paolo was the first one to say that he needs a kick up the backside. He needs me to make him focus. And I'm going to make sure I do that, because there's enormous potential here, but there's also an enormous amount to do.
Hello, Michelangelo's.
Back in 2019, I was called to a failing hotel in Tyne and Wear, owned and run by fellow Italian Paolo Pieri, with his younger brother Giacomo, his right-hand man.
There's 4 bottles in there.
They've had a nightmare couple of years, with Paolo's cancer and the death of their beloved mother.
It's been horrendous.
And their business is in serious trouble.
20 years in the business and he still owes £500,000 on this place. It's quite nerve-wracking.
After a night's sleep, the scale of the task is dawning on me.
This is not the most comfortable room. It was really cold in the night, and as you can see from the condensation, it's quite damp and miserable, but there's literally not a frill.
The fact is, this side of the business is a poor relation to the restaurant, but I'm convinced the rooms are key to paying their mortgage and getting their life back. I just have to convince them.
Do take a seat, gentlemen. I've been doing some digging, and what is absolutely clear is these rooms need your attention. The rest of the business is carrying them. And actually, there's more profit in those rooms than there is in food and drink.
Now to shock them with some maths.
You told me that you have about 50% occupancy.
Yeah.
5 slices, half a pizza, 50%.
Because the brothers have been discounting so heavily across the year, they've been taking on average a pitiful £30 per room per night.
So you should be taking that much, 55 grand.
Right.
55 grand for the whole year. But they could earn a much bigger slice of the action if they up the occupancy and charge £60 a night, which is the average room rate in Newcastle.
So, what I'm now suggesting is if we added an extra 10%, so 6 slices, 60% occupancy. Yes?
Yeah.
At £60 a night,
Yeah.
you'd be taking 131,000.
Big difference.
Massive
A real
difference.
big difference.
And if, which I do not think is impossible, you got to the giddy heights of 80% occupancy, you're going to be making 175 grand a year.
I think we need a shake, don't we?
I see an undeveloped gold mine.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you have to challenge yourselves.
But to raise the occupancy and charge more for the rooms, we're going to have to significantly improve the hotel offering, starting with the entrance to the hotel block.
So I want you to start thinking about how it appears to a guest. It says hotel rooms, and then you get there and the door's locked. You haven't even bothered to put a sign there saying, please come to the restaurant to check in. So I want that changed.
Okay, yeah, no
All right.
problem. Straight away.
Right. Whose idea was the shit brown?
His idea, he's the creative one.
Thank you, brother. Blame me for everything.
Come with me. What do you see when you see this room?
Dark and dingy.
Lovely
on
shitty
that
brown.
side.
Shitty brown. It is dingy and brown. Then, what is the thing that is still missing in this room that I mentioned yesterday? No menu. This is your baby.
Yeah.
You've worked 20 fucking years and it still looks as if it's like this.
As part of my first fix, I'm going to ask my design team to transform this bedroom to act as a template that they can roll out to the other 9 rooms.
I saw that dawning light behind their eyes of this little gold mine that they've been sitting on all this time.
The hotel, it's always been an afterthought. Let's get on with it.
Whilst the brothers are pondering my plan of action for the rooms, I need to turn my mind to how we fill them, starting with their online presence, which seems to be stuck in the dark ages.
They need to get with the programme. I mean, drag yourself limping and bleeding into the 21st century, please.
I think the boys and I need a little chat.
Your system is like when dinosaurs roamed the earth. You know, you have to email through a booking form and then you're told afterwards that you find out in 48 hours. Then your email address at the bottom of the page doesn't even work. It bounces back. I know booking websites are annoying because you have to give them a hefty commission.
Yeah.
But, you know, 70% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
And I am absolutely convinced that to sell these rooms, you need to be on all these sites.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
And the brothers need to be proactive and seek new customers.
We have to try and drive some business here.
Yeah.
And all it takes is a little bit of legwork.
Right.
Make contact. There are 7, 8, 9 golf courses everywhere here around you. There are companies who organise walking tours every day of the week. So I've got lots that I want you to do. Yeah?
Grazie.
Piacere, tutto mio. Really like Paolo and Giacomo. And I have a great belief that we're going to achieve amazing things here.
Not long after I leave, the brothers get to work.
Since Alex left, Paolo's been like a bull in a china shop.
I need lots of white paint.
He's got so many ideas coming out of his head, but he's also being very, very, very enthusiastic.
I can see a light at the end of the tunnel, which I haven't seen for many years, even before I was ill.
With an energised Paolo getting all creative in the rooms, his younger brother Giacomo is taking more control of the financial side of the business.
From the day that Alex left, I just set my sights on getting an electronic booking system for the hotel, which was a little bit more updated than the diary that we've been using. I went live within half an hour to an hour. I already had 5 confirmed bookings.
A few weeks later, I'm back at Michelangelo's to see the progress for myself.
Aha! Welcome to Michelangelo's. Please note that check-in is across the car park in the entrance to the restaurant. Kind regards, Paolo and Giacomo. Feels like you care. Good. Come on, let's go in. I mean, what a transformation. I mean, I can't believe it was brown.
Shitty brown.
It really was, darling.
What was dark and dingy is now light and bright.
Immediately you feel like this is somewhere that you'd really like to stay.
It's a lot better, isn't it?
It's not just the brown that's been banished. New carpets are being laid throughout the rooms.
Ciao, bello!
Hello.
What do you think? Nice colour?
Lovely colour. Really, really, really nice colour.
It's fantastic.
And what's this that I see? Oh, I love those
Like that.
tiles. I can see you've got a menu there.
Yeah.
And you've done what I asked here.
I have indeed, yeah.
Welcome to Michelangelo's. Honestly, guys, suddenly this feels like it's not, you know, some corporate place where no one gives a shit.
Feels like we care.
You've gone a lot further than I could ever have hoped.
It's given us the kick that I've needed.
Mum's sitting up there watching all this.
Oh, I hope so. I hope she is smiling.
Definitely. I'm sure she will be.
Already the rooms feel like they've left the Dark Ages. But what about their archaic booking system?
So, have I managed to encourage you to kind of crawl into the 20th century?
You have
With
indeed.
your booking system?
You have, definitely, yeah. Now I've got a cloud-based property management system in place, you know, so all the online booking companies that I'm now using and my website.
Hooray!
So, yeah, we got there in the end.
What I really like about this is it feels to me like you're in control of the business.
I'm trying my best.
Good.
I'm really impressed with Giacomo and the way he has stepped up, and with Paolo for letting him get on with it while he concentrates on the bedrooms.
And now I think the challenge is to sell these lovely bedrooms, and that is the next thing that I've got to help them with. And I do think we want to have an event, definitely for marketing, but we will do it specifically to launch and to showcase the rooms.
It's really now or never for the brothers Pieri. If they don't fill these rooms quickly, their business just won't survive. Back in 2019, I visited Michelangelo's to help save brothers Paolo and Giacomo from bankruptcy.
At the end of the day, I need a motivational kick up the backside.
I've planned an event to promote the hotel and restaurant to targeted businesses, golf clubs and walking tour operators. I'm doing my bit to make sure the right people attend, but it's up to the brothers to impress them on the day.
I think between me and Paolo at the minute, it's role reverse.
He's been the driving force. Jack was unbelievable.
I've taken over the role of sort of leader, as it were. I'm the one more of in control, I suppose you could say.
My design team are busy applying the finishing touches to bring the rooms up to date and make them more appealing to the modern traveller.
I've got a lot more confidence in the ability for us to be able to sell these rooms.
Everything just seemed so coming together.
I'm back in Newcastle. I'm going to Michelangelo to see Paolo and Giacomo. Really looking forward to it.
It's been 10 weeks since I first made this journey.
Gillian, let's put wine glasses on the tables.
And I hope today will mark a massive turning point for Paolo and Giacomo's fortunes.
Hi, darling. I'm so happy to be here.
First things first, I'm dying to see how the new rooms are looking.
Ladies first.
Oh, my gosh.
Bit of a difference.
Oh, my gosh. It looks really smart in here, doesn't it? Yay!
These rooms were unloved, old-fashioned and overpowered with shades of brown. Now the walls have been painted in a pale neutral shade, with blankets and a mix of plain and patterned cushions adding coziness and colour.
I am absolutely thrilled. It looks really chic. I love this piece. Proper chair. I mean, honestly, there's everything here.
Great.
I'm really happy. OK, let's go find Giacomo.
Yep.
Come on.
In the brothers' new roles, Paolo has been overseeing site management and front of house, whilst Giacomo has really taken on managing and marketing the business.
Hello, lovely man. What do you think?
Amazing, absolutely
Yes.
amazing, honestly.
How is the accommodation side going?
Really well. I've got some figures here if you want to have a
Oh,
look.
yes, I'd
Yeah.
love to see. So,
As you can see from last November, we had an occupancy percentage of 33, turnover of 3,081.
yeah.
An 8% increase so far. I've doubled takings.
Oh, my gosh.
Since updating to an online booking system and selling the rooms for full price, they've gained a small increase in occupancy and a large increase in revenue.
Rooms can be almost pure profit, and that is what really is going to make the difference here.
Which is why today is so important.
About 15 minutes to go now till the guests arrive. Now the nerves have kicked in. I'm starting to feel really, really nervous about it all.
It's crunch time. Any minute now, the golf clubs and walking tour operators I've invited are going to arrive. And they clearly know what they're looking for.
We need somewhere where our walkers can arrive, if need be, wet and muddy. So it has to be a nice experience for them.
We look after our golfers, and I think we expect, if we're recommending somewhere, the hosts do a very, very good job of that.
Nice to meet you all. What we wanted to do today is give you a bit of a taste of Michelangelo's. So we're going to firstly show you the accommodation, and then we'll have a bit of a sit down and let's see if we can talk some business.
Great. Okay.
4 months ago, Giacomo was almost embarrassed by his rooms. Now he needs to sell them with confidence and pride.
So if you'd like to come along, and I'll show you into one of the rooms that's been refurbished. This is one of our first rooms that we've had all done out. New furnishings, all been repainted, carpeted, bathrooms been done as well. And most rooms have got double and a single in. You tell me what your customer needs are room-wise, and I'll make damn sure that I can accommodate that.
Very impressed.
Excellent, thank you very much. Yeah, the rooms are lovely.
Yeah,
I think so,
I think the
definitely.
golfers will be happy in a room
Yeah,
this size.
definitely.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Walkers and golfers could provide a steady stream of business throughout the year. So it's really important that Paolo and Giacomo convert the good impression they've made into actual business.
Now, the name of the game is to actually get some agreements to work with you.
With only 9% of last year's turnover coming from room sales, these pitches are vital.
Right, so we're independent. We're not part of a corporate group. It's family run. What you see is what you get. Me and Paolo work on the floor, so you would be dealing with us on a daily basis. We firmly believe that customer care, it's the most important thing. We want people to have an amazing experience from the moment they step foot in the place to the time they go. I can do packed breakfasts, we can do packed lunches, whatever. Not a problem. And, you know, that's
Really enjoying watching them in action, and I'm pretty sure they've got big fans here.
And let's hope we can do something. Thank you very much.
I'm trying to think of the people that I met a couple of months ago, and it was not them.
Well done.
All right. How do you think it went? All right.
Giacomo, you did fantastic.
Well, let's hope so.
Pitches complete. Now I want to find out what they all thought.
So, what did you think? Thumbs up?
Without a doubt, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Do you think you'll be able to do business with them?
I think definitely.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
It's, from what I've seen, fantastic. They're just what we're looking for.
Thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it. Thanks.
The brothers have pulled it out of the bag.
You two did a great job. I mean, that was really impressive. It's like Clark Kent whipped off his glasses and became Superman. I mean, really? You, William? Oh, thanks,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed
No,
it.
thank you. Thank you very much.
It's been a very good day for the brothers Pieri. And the icing on the cake, a surprise visit from relatives who've travelled all the way from Italy. After the emotional turmoil of the last year with Paolo's illness and the death of their mum,
I'm gonna cry.
they finally have something to smile about.
Unbelievable.
Cheers. Congratulations. Nice, huh?
God, so choked. I think Alex has resuscitated us, brought us back to life. Couldn't have come into our lives at a better time.
This experience has been remarkable. Honestly, it's been the drive, the kick that we've needed. It's been brilliant.
Mum's going to be very proud.
I really wish I didn't have to go. They have done everything that we've asked them to, and more. and I'm immensely pleased with the result. I'm walking away with a massive smile on my face, and that doesn't always happen, does it?
The brothers really made an impression on me, and now, a couple of years later, I'm returning to see if they managed to capitalise on all that hard work.
I've kept in touch with them ever since, and they tell me they're very happy with occupancy. I'm longing to see the figures to bear that out, of course.
You always make a bloody mess.
I'm always making a mess.
I think the biggest thing that we've took from Alex was have confidence. They're not that bad.
They're better here.
No, because it obscures the emergency exit light.
Is it?
Yeah. It was a kick in the right direction.
It was a hell of a confidence boost. Because I think we'd given up. I'm going to get the mop in a minute. I'm going to have to tidy this bloody mess up.
But only a few months after my original visit, everything was thrown in the air.
It was really picking up and we were buzzing, and then bang, COVID comes along and Boris says, right, everybody, stay at home. And then the following day, me and Giacomo were just sitting there, and
the phone rang.
That was it. It phoned again. Paolo, have you got any bread? Giacomo, have you got any pasta lying about? We can't get nothing in the shops.
They're all delivery going out tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we started with the takeaways.
And that's it, we never stopped. We worked 7 days a week all throughout.
But it wasn't just the takeaways that kept the brothers busy during lockdown. They've transformed the remainder of their 10 bedrooms, redesigned the bar and restaurant area complete with pizza oven, and the pièce de résistance turned an outdoor patio area behind the hotel into a brand new 100-seater function space.
I just can't wait for Alex to come in and see this place. She's going to die. This has been the first opportunity in my life I could really express myself, you know, down to the plants, down to all the design, to do everything I've ever wanted to do with this place. And I've managed to do it.
They've now been fully reopened post-COVID since July 2021.
And recently I've seen that they've been trying to improve their wedding offering. So I thought it was time to come back and visit them. Gosh. Well, this looks very prosperous, doesn't it? It looks wonderful. Wow, this looks great. Go through the new doors, maybe. Woohoo! Hello, young man. Oh, I can't believe it.
God, how are you doing?
Darling, this looks but I can't believe it. It's great. When did you do this then?
Oh, that was the first lockdown, just after it. I said, let's go for it. And the bookings, the phone never stops for people inquiring on weddings.
So is this specifically for weddings?
Yes, weddings,
parties,
whatever.
I love the fact that it's light. You've got lovely furniture in here. I can imagine it going down.
Oh, it's amazing.
Where's your brother?
I think he should be in the office.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm so happy to see you.
Lovely to see you as well.
You smell yummy.
Try my best. Grab yourself a seat.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy. Look at us together again. I'm really pleased. How's everything been going?
Excellent.
What have you got to show me?
Just some figures, really. You always said to me, you've got to get your average price per room per night up. You said if we could get over 60, that would be the icing on the cake, but I got it to 65 last year.
Fantastic.
And again, more importantly as well, is the average room rate's rising again. I'm now sitting around just shy of £76 per room per night.
So proud of you. Well done. How many weddings do you have booked this year?
24 this year. Some of them small, some of them a bit large. And then we've got quite a few coming in for next year as well.
That's an extraordinary figure, having only hosted just a handful in over 20 years. Weddings in the UK cost an average of £17,300, and 44% of that is spent on venue hire. To make your offering more attractive, you need a bridal suite. Something I know the brothers have been working on and have asked for my advice before they go any further.
How far have you got with the work?
Well, the work's still underway.
I had a little bit of a concern. It's a good idea to do the bridal suite, but I still need to be able to use that room 24/7.
I think you're right. You don't want to ruin your regular trade. I mean, a businessman is not want to go in somewhere that's all kind of brideified, are they?
Definitely.
And you need that occupancy to stay steady.
Yeah.
Can we go and have a look?
Certainly.
Let's go.
Weddings can be great money spinners, but only if you get the details right. Over 2 years ago, I came to the rescue of Michelangelo's. I've now returned to find that despite a pandemic, brothers Paolo and Giacomo's business has really taken off.
Great, thank you.
One area in particular that's grown is their wedding bookings.
Right, yeah, coming in. We'll have a little look at room 2. Off you go in.
Oh, I like the floor. This is really nice.
With almost 280,000 weddings every year in the UK, the market is worth £14.7 billion. It's a big pie to grab a slice of, and I want to make sure they do it right, including their bridal suite.
It's all very tastefully done. I love the colour. I mean, you've really learned how to do a room, I tell you that, haven't you?
Not bad. No shitty brown.
No more shitty brown! Woo!
This room looks great, but small details in a bridal suite to help the bride on her big day will make all the difference.
I think the room isn't quite set out properly. I think I would probably centralise this. Can we just move it along a little bit? Yeah, and then that still can go in there, fine. Here is the obvious place to have a big mirror.
Yeah.
Right.
And you need somewhere to hang a wedding dress.
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
Can I just try doing... Yes.
You're pretty strong, aren't you?
Yes. You see, I think already that's much nicer, guys.
Gorgeous.
Now the furniture is arranged to make the best of the floor space, but to be a proper bridal suite, this room is missing a little je ne sais quoi, and I've got something up my sleeve which I think will solve the problem of keeping both an average guest and a bride happy.
Ta-da! Dun, dun, dun!
Oh, it's Christmas.
Right, let's take in what we can.
I've come armed with a bridal suite kit of parts that the brothers can use to transform this room when needed and remove afterwards so as not to alienate normal guests.
I've got you extra super luxury ones.
Do you want me to open this?
Yeah. It's lovely, isn't it?
Right. I'm back.
Hi. Oh, put that up here, darling. Sorry. That's exactly what I wanted.
Wow. Beautiful.
Instead of these plain white ones, we're putting smarty pants ones in. Mr. and Mrs. A bit more fun, aren't they? Ice bucket. All this, though, you can just pull in and out, can't you?
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. bathrobes, and again, they're quite nice to have. A little mini camera. I just think it's a fun thing to have, isn't it? Very nice. And I've got a little emergency pack of things that a bride might need. Hairspray, invisible deodorant, a sewing kit.
Right.
But the pièce de la résistance is this thing that I'm completely obsessed with myself. Makeup mirror. So, do you see what I mean, darling? It doesn't take that much to make it seem just a little tiny bit more special for brides and grooms.
These extra touches make this a flexible room, transforming it into a space fit for any couple on their special day.
So it shows how we can transform a room quite quickly and cheaply and still keep it relevant for your normal customers. So I do have one last surprise for you all. One of your actual brides-to-be is going to come in, and we've got your nice photographer to come and take a few little photos of the bridal room as it is at the moment.
Fantastic.
So that you can use it in your promotional stuff.
Brilliant.
Right, should we get out of the way and let the bride and the photographer in?
Yep. Yeah, come on.
Come on, let's go.
There's no use upgrading their bridal suite if they don't shout about it on social media and in their wedding package. But the proof of the pudding is what the bride-to-be thinks.
Rachel, tell me, how do you feel about this room?
Oh, it's lovely. It's beautiful.
Yeah?
It stands out from all of the other rooms. So it's gorgeous here. I really like it.
Good, I'm really pleased. Any other suggestions for us?
Just the full-length mirror, and then you're sorted. That's all I would require.
OK, great. When are you actually getting married?
I get married the 23rd of July this year.
Are you sure you want to do it?
I love that. Yes. We've waited long enough now, so yes.
Oh, darling, I heard a rumour that you were thinking of getting married.
Em sẽ bước tiếp cùng ai trên đường đời. Chẳng cần nhớ anh dù đau dù thương vẫn còn đợi. Một ngày nắng lên người quay về đây nở nụ cười. Tình chúng ta chẳng hề phai phai. Nếu như biết trước lúc ấy người ra đi vội vàng, ngọt ngào đã qua nụ hôn giờ trao ai nồng nàn. Để rồi bóng đêm bùa vây từng cơn mơ ùa về. Thu qua rồi sao vẫn nhớ em.
Married somewhere else?
We were already booked to be married at another venue. Then I seen that Michelangelo's were starting to do weddings. We came down for food one day and I'd seen what they'd done to the venue. And then so we cancelled the other venue and booked in here.
But you just know that they are going to take it as if it's their wedding. They really care about making it as nice as they can.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I'll be well looked after by Paolo and Giacomo.
Hello! Wow! Look at that. Stunning! Great to see you, Paolo. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful.
She is beautiful. You've done a good job. Cheers. Well, you two, what can I say? You've done it again. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm really happy. I think you've done a really nice, superior room, and it's going to be easy to sex it up for the brides. And as usual, I've loved seeing you. And I love seeing what you've done to the place. All right, my darling. My loves. Loads. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye, darlings. Ciao, ciao.
I was initially concerned with the bridal suite because obviously we needed to work 24/7. So when Alex suggested that we bring in a kit, as it were, it's what we were looking for, but we didn't know how to go about doing it. It's worked perfectly.
Another very rewarding trip up to Newcastle. The thing is about Paolo and Giacomo that anything they set their minds to, they do really well. And I think any bride who has her wedding here is going to end up very happy.